Ruhaniyat, experiential learnings of the living heritage approach. Heritage management focuses singularly on the preservation of tangible heritage, often disregarding the complex intangible interaction between the monument, its surroundings, and its communities. Rani no Hajiro, a 600-year-old ASI monument in the Manikchowk area, is one such example. The entry to the monument is through a narrow and busy 100-year-old jewelry and cloth market. Sanitation strikes as an immediate issue, with dirt accumulated on the tarp roofing covering the market street. The monument appears to be an extended living space with the presence of domestic life and animals. However, upon entering the monument, the noise and clutter of the urban life blurs out and a sacred environment is created. The complexities of urban life surrounding this monument necessitates a living heritage approach. As defined by ICROM, this approach focuses on the continuity of a heritage site's relationship with its community who evolve or change it. These communities can be of three types: communities of place, those who live within, around, or near the heritage monument, such as women entrepreneurs, children, shopkeepers that use the monument besides a space. As part of the communities of place, Shakina Dadi was our first point of contact to understand the different dynamics that play out in the monument.
और यहाँ पर लाइट भी नहीं है ना सरकार ध्यान देती है ना ये कमेटी वाले कमेटी है ना उनके हाथ में.
The women entrepreneurs in the community are involved in making handicrafts for the Hindu festival of Navratri to decorate the Bada Garbas. In spite of the time and labor-intensive nature of the job, it incurs very less profit margins that leads to the women having poor financial capability. Gulshan is one of the main handicraft producers of Rani no Hajiro. Our preliminary research showed that 3 institutions have jurisdiction over the site: Archaeological Survey of India, the Sunni Waqf Board, a religious institution, and the Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation. With the complex overlay of laws and policies of these different bodies, neglect seems to spill onto the site with erratic maintenance activities and ambiguity over ownership. Having identified these myriad issues relating to legality, livelihood, and cultural values, we decided to take up a participatory action-oriented perspective towards our process. We began with a cleanup drive for which we received the support of AMC. Along with the women and children of the community, we cleaned the dirt accumulated on the tarp roofing inside the monument and its premises. Next, we organized an interactive art workshop where the children of the community prit jali and exhibited it. Developing a personal relationship with the children helped us in reaching out to their parents and subsequently the whole community. The making of the products is through an assembly line that is distributed among the households. In order to understand the spatial distribution of these activities, we conducted a community mapping exercise of families and their occupations. Our surveys revealed a stark income disparity between men and women in the community.
आप दरगाह सिंह दिनों के थे तो वो बोलते कि ये न्यूसेंस की वजह से हम काम नहीं करते। न्यूसेंस तो नीचे है, ऊपर कहाँ है? ऊपर करो आप काम। न्यूसेंस तो नीचे है, आपको दर्जा कहाँ है? ऊपर है। ऊपर आप काम करो, नीचे क्या न्यूसेंस है? और गरीब आदमी रोजी रोटी कमा रहा है।
A significant portion of the expenditure was medical operations with a recurring heart and other diseases. Having realized the women entrepreneurs' lack of capital and resources to expand production and the lack of liquid resources, we decided to partner with the Self-Employed Women's Association. After a series of focus group discussions, we were able to enlist 12 women out of 40 households with Seva Bank. These women then attended 2 workshops, one regarding savings and the other leadership skills. It was a highly impactful and one-of-a-kind experience for the women. In order to analyze the existing market for the handicraft products and its potential to tap into an alternate market, we conducted a series of exercises. Firstly, we followed the lifeline of the product and visited the main clients who buy products from Rani No Hajiro. Here we realized how the craft was moving out of Ahmedabad with more accessible areas producing the same products at a cheaper price. Next, we took the products out of their context in order to judge the perceptions of urban middle class towards it. It allowed us to gauge the revenues that could be generated if we could tap into this alternate clientele. Since the heritage walks excluded Rani No Hajiro and the products made by the women entrepreneurs had scope for product differentiation and market expansion, we sought to synergize these 2 pivotal aspects of heritage management and livelihoods. Our attempt was to set up a stall which would be an additional stop during the heritage walk and which would be community manned. This would enrich the heritage experience on both ends, an economic incentive for the community members to contribute actively to heritage management, and an experiential incentive for tourists. We began by enlisting the support of the private company who handles AMC's heritage walks, Akshar Travels. On 2 consecutive days, along with the community, we set up the products on display. Over 50 tourists attended the walk and were guided around the monument by Shakina Dadi, the caretaker of the monument and a handicraft maker. From the surveys we conducted post the walk, we got the following findings. There do exist significant challenges to regularizing an endeavor such as this. One of them is the community's vulnerability to eviction and the underlying memory of conflict. They fear that increased attention to the monument can unsettle the tenuous equilibrium they maintain between formal-informal, legal-illegal, and public-private. Such fears can only be allayed if institutional bodies, communities, and private partners work in tandem to reach a middle ground that protects not just the history of the monument but also the life it engenders.
So I would like to congratulate the team for taking this very challenging site, because there is a very important monument, and there is a very important context to this monument. I mean, apart from the fact that it is an important nationally protected monument, there is a very interesting context all around it, which keeps the crafts culture alive. And still there are differences and conflicts between the two, the built and the living. A certain kind of conflicts which you have identified, and how to bridge those gaps is what this study is all about. So I think we need to take this further with the community now, because the study has certain findings, and the live action program made it basically involved from various stakeholders.